Broncos. So, according to Common Sense Media, more and more adults feel they are addicted to their screens. And while 39% of teens say that they feel addicted to their devices, they also feel like their parents spend too much time on screens as well. So, what can we do to help this? Well, schedule time every day to turn off your screens, your notifications, your electronic connections. Use digital wellness features on your devices to silence notifications while you sleep and put time limits on your apps. Your brain and your relationships will thank you for it.
Good morning. Principal Diaz here with your morning announcements for January 28th. It is an A-Day, Thursday. We're going to follow our A-Day schedule, and it is my expectation, the school's expectation, that we all participate in our synchronous instruction, and we are on when the teachers are providing direct instruction, and they're on with us. Guys, I want to give you an update, and I want to start doing this regularly on the morning announcements. I want to give you a quick update on some of our safety protocols as we start to think about returning to in-person school. I mentioned the other day on the morning announcements that our board is having these conversations. And as of right now, we are not going to return to school until at least February 12th. So after that February 12th date, which is the Monday, February 15th, that's the earliest we could return to school at the moment. But if we return to school, February 15th, that Monday, we will be ready. So several things have to happen. The minute we return to in-person school, our minutes are going to be adjusted a little bit. Our bell schedule will return to normal with the exception of lunch. Because our school is continuing to get bigger and because we want to keep the lunch numbers as low as possible, we have introduced a fifth lunch. We don't just have first lunch, second lunch, third lunch, and fourth lunch anymore. Now we have first lunch, second lunch, third lunch, fourth lunch, and fifth lunch. We have 5 lunches at the moment. You will go to lunch by your class, and the lunches are organized by geographic regions. So we tried our best to make sure that kids are not crossing paths on their way to lunch and on their way from lunch. So strategically try to maneuver the buildings so that we have kids coming in as kids are coming out and no one is having to cross paths. So the lunches are assigned by geographic area by teacher, and the teacher will have their lunch break while you're having your lunch break. That's basically how it's always worked, and that's going to continue to work that way. But the biggest thing is you're going to have masks on at all times while you're on campus, right? I take mine off because I'm alone in my office and I'm filming the morning announcements. But on campus, you'll have your mask on at all times from the minute you walk in to the minute you go home to the minute you get off the bus, right? So that's the biggest thing is we're wearing masks, we're wearing our ID badges, and we have a process on how to go to lunch. When you go to lunch, you will line up. There's going to be blue markers. You stand on the blue marker and you keep moving down the lunch line. 4 lunch lines are going to be going at full speed the entire lunch window. So it's going to be fast getting through the lunches. You don't have to type in your number anymore. We got scanners. So all you have to do, you don't have to touch anything. All you have to do is scan your badge and your badge will automatically populate your lunch number. We're still a free lunch for every student school. A lot of kids will pack their own lunch and that's fine. You just go to your seat and you eat your lunch. A lot of kids will go through the lunch line and grab their lunch. They don't have to touch anything except grab their lunch and scan their badge. Mr. Diaz, I don't have my badge yet. I know you don't have your badge yet. Most of our kids don't have their badge yet, especially our freshmen. We've got a plan on how to get you your badge. Just be patient and trust us. We'll make sure that by the time your first lunch opportunity comes around, you'll have that badge, you'll have that lanyard, and you'll be able to scan and go through the lunch line and go to your seat. Here's another thing that's weird about the cafeteria this year. We will have assigned seats. We are required to have assigned seats. We're required to keep track of where you sit each lunch every single day. So we've got a plan on how to handle that. The biggest thing is I don't feel comfortable telling you where to sit during lunch. So you want to think about, where do I want to sit during lunch? Figure out what my assigned seat is going to be, and then you're going to tell me which one is going to be your assigned seat for that lunch that day. And guys, it may be different. You may be seated in this corner of the cafeteria on A days. You may be seated in this corner of the cafeteria on B days. You may have first lunch on A days. You may have third lunch on B days. So you got to really be flexible and really be willing to work with us. But the biggest thing is you have to listen and follow our protocols, because they're designed to keep you safe. I don't want your germs. You don't want my germs. So following these safety protocols, having assigned seats at lunch, that'll keep your germs in your space. That'll keep everything sort of the safest possible. So I really want to review safety protocols every single day on the morning announcements. And today was just an introduction on how lunch is potentially going to work. I'll get into more detail as we continue talking in the next couple of weeks. We're going to talk about how to enter the building. We're going to talk about how to do breakfast. We're going to continue talking about how to do lunch. We're going to talk about how to transition in the hallways. We're going to talk about how to walk into your classroom and walk out of your classroom. The biggest thing, a lot of kids need in-person school. A lot of kids are doing just fine on virtual, but a lot of kids need that in-person school. So in order for us to be in person effectively, we have to figure out a way to do it safely. My next announcement is wrestling team. I talked about you yesterday on the morning announcements and how proud I am of your successes this season. I want to wish you guys good luck on senior night and really just keep it going, guys. Keep it going. I know your season is getting ready to close down, and you got districts, regionals, and state coming up. Okay. The last thing I want to share with you guys today is just another motivational tool, another motivational thing. I got to tell you, there was a kid that tested positive on a local basketball team here in town, and that shut down our basketball team for 2 weeks on the boys' side, and the same thing happened on the girls' side. So if you think about it, they had to stop their activities for an extended period of time for things that are not within their control. Tomorrow is not promised for anyone. Today is what I need you to focus on. I need you to maximize today, and don't think about tomorrow. Do it today. There's an old football coach by the name of Lou Holtz, coached at Notre Dame and at South Carolina. Anyway, he used to say, today, not tomorrow. And that's relevant right now, because with the COVID pandemic and the things getting shut down, and you don't know, there's a lot of uncertainty in what's going to happen here, what's going to happen there. Today, not tomorrow. Focus on today and what you have right now. Do not take it for granted, and appreciate the opportunities that you have in front of you. Guys, I love this job. I love being your principal, and I appreciate the opportunity to do morning announcements, to email teachers, to pop in on Zoom lessons. I'm Lester Diaz, your principal, and it is an honor and a privilege to serve you in this capacity.